Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Tech Talks with Manju. Most of the companies want to use the AI tools, but it is not really safe to provide a confidential information, and they don't want to use the internet for utilizing the AI services. Okay, so what if a kind of a chat GPT level of AI without an internet, with your own server and with full data privacy on the local server, can we run that solution? So the answer for that question is yes, and it is Ollama. Okay, so this is a very famous solution for utilizing the AI on the local server. Okay, so we'll look at how to utilize the Ollama onto our particular jump host and how to run the AI onto the local host without using any of the internet for this. Okay, so first of all, we need to download few of the exe files. Once the prerequisites are done, then we don't have to really utilize the internet for these things. Okay, so the Ollama will run on the local repository itself. Okay, so let's start the steps. Okay, first what we will do, we will download the Ollama from the website. Okay, so I'll be using this particular exe file on the Windows, and if you guys are using the Linux and the Mac OS, you can just click and download those things. And there are some commands here which you can run it on your terminals. Okay, so I have already downloaded and installed that specific Ollama here. So when I'm clicking on this, once I just run this, it will not show us anything on the screen because it will be silently running in the background. Okay, so how do we confirm whether it is installed properly or not? We have to run a specific command. Okay, and we will be able to get that output from there. Okay, so the command would be Ollama. So when we are typing Ollama, if this is the output, okay, which means you have installed the Ollama properly. The good thing about the Ollama here is it has the capability to interact with multiple AI integrations. Okay, so which includes the OpenClaw, Claude, and many more other options with respect to the modules. Okay, so why this is very important for us? As you can see, it has more than 170k stars, and it has been a very useful handy tool to utilize inside the private network. Okay, it will run locally. So here when we are running, it consumes a lot of space. Okay, so every model has its own space consumption, and whenever we are trying to utilize such models, we have to make sure we have enough disk space to run that particular model. Okay, so we'll just look at one of the model which we're going to use it today is the Codestral. So this particular thing, it is about 12 GB. Okay, and if we're going to use the multiple models, we will be able to look at those sizes, and we have to make sure that size is available on your local PC, okay, or on the server wherever you wanted to utilize that. So the idea here is first install the llama, after that Ollama, and after that try to pull the code style model inside that. Okay, so since it was taking a lot of time, what I have done is I have already installed this code style inside the Ollama, so it has been ready for utilizing it. Once we install this, we have to run Ollama serve. So what it does is it basically makes the Ollama code style to run properly. So whenever we use the Ollama, it only runs by default on 11434. Okay, if you want to change the specific port number, we can do that also, where we can discuss that in the next video. Now, as simple uh, procedure, what we have done till now, we have downloaded this particular exe file, we have ran that, and then we have pulled a code style module into this, and we ran a Ollama, and we have tested by putting the local host and its default port number 11434. Okay, so it is saying that Ollama is running fine. Okay, now it's a right time for us to test some of the commands here. Okay, so what we can do here is we can go to a command prompt and we can run some commands to test if it is working fine or not. Okay, so now to run this particular command or to test the AI whether it is running or not, we have to type a command called Ollama run Codestral. Okay, so now it is asking for you to type some of the specific questions. Okay, so now your AI is ready to answer your queries. I'll just put as write a PowerShell script to list all Azure virtual machines for this. Okay, so now I'll just give that. It will take a bit of a time and it will start answering us. Depends on your laptop capacity and depends on your jump host capacity. The response will be much faster. Since I'm using the basic jump host, it is taking a bit of a time for us to look through this. Okay, so the summary here is we have installed the Ollama, we have tested whether it is running or not, we have pulled a particular module and then we are trying to run that here. Okay, now if we have installed multiple modules, okay, if we're gonna type Ollama list, all the list will be coming here. Okay, now let it run for a while. The Codestral is trying to give us the specific answer and it is a bit slow. We'll move on to the next topic and we'll come back after a while. Okay, so the same thing can be used on the VS Code also. Okay, so now if you have a VS Code which is running and you want to just use this for the coding purpose, what you should be doing, you should install a specific extension called a code continue.def. Okay, so when you're trying to use the continue, it's a particular open source AI code. It is developed by continue.def. Okay, now once we use this, we have to edit a configuration file here. Okay, which utilizes our Codestral local from the provider Ollama for the model called Codestral. Okay, once we edit this file, we'll have to save it. Okay, and again we have to run our code Ollama run Codestral. I've given write a Azure CLI script for creating a virtual machine. Okay, and it has provided us a code right now here. Okay, so it's a good huge code. It covers the network, it covers the public IP address, it covers the security groups, NSG rules, and it covers the network interface, virtual machine details, including all the information. So if you see here, all the things have been provided by Ollama and it is not getting connected with the internet. So it is running locally. Why this is important in the market? Okay, nowadays, including the coding language, the coders are exploring how to utilize the infrastructure services locally, not reaching out to the internet. Okay, so this is one of the best method. In the next video, we will be covering how to utilize the Azure services inside the Ollama locally, how to get connected with it, how to create it, and how to modify the existing resources. Okay, so if you have any queries, you can just put the queries into the comment box. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice time.